Hello, and welcome to my video called Love and Evolution. I'm Dr. Glenn Shepard. I've been in education for over 50 years, and I've written a couple books, Transformation of Human Consciousness by Design and Freedom, Love, Joy Movement. And I have been advocating that we change education to one with different goals. Our goals are messed up in education. And our goals should be that the students develop freedom, they develop love, and they develop joy as the main goals of our educational system. And I have provided very concrete examples of how this can be done in creating constructivist learning community and changing these schools' goals and making it work. Okay, I created one on freedom and evolution. You might want to check out, and this one is on love and evolution and why love is so important to our evolution and to our needs, and why it's so important in schools as well. Okay, so I showed you this. If you saw the freedom and evolution video, the evolution of consciousness is moving from an ego-centered to an other-centered, and then to a God-centered consciousness. Okay, and right now humans are in a very ego-centered state, and for us to evolve or change, progress, then we need to evolve to our love for others needs to grow. See, this is how you become other-centered, is you become to develop your love for other people. Okay, and the more you develop for other people, you can eventually reach what might be considered a God consciousness, which, love for all, unconditional love for all, and that we're all one, okay, type idea. Because our conscious reality is everywhere. Consciousness is in every physical thing and every matter. Okay, so we have to watch how it evolves, and it evolves in different things, like plants or animals. Consciousness evolves differently. Okay, humans, we have certain purposes but we all share, even with plants and animals and the whole planet, we share a consciousness as well. We have to keep that in mind, and we need to develop that love to include all other consciousness levels that's going on anywhere in the world or the universe, not just our friends or families and whatnot. And so the types of love that we all know about is that we just, love ourselves or love our family. We maybe find someone to marry, and we have a small family or a large family. And the question is, what levels and degrees? Everybody has that's all a personal thing. How much do you love somebody? A whole bunch of questions goes in there. And then there's things you might say, I love food, I love candy, I love power, I love America, I love money, so, we use that term a lot, but is it really love? Or desire? You just want it, you need it. Your ego, remember, we're ego-driven people right now, and the ego is telling us we want more, to satisfy our needs, So is it love or is it desire of making you happy? You see, that's two different things. So is it possible that you can expand your love? I mean, could you love a bunch of people you don't know? Maybe people are really different than you are, different political viewpoints, religions completely different. Could you actually love those people? How about total strangers? You don't know those people. Is it possible to love them? That's an interesting question. How about children who are dying of starvation all over the world? Do you love them? Do you care about them? So there's different levels. You might say, well, yeah, I do care. And so the term love is, kind of questionable what that really means. Okay. But our point is we need to develop it. You see, we don't have it. We're very egocentric. And we need to find ways to expand our love. And that's why, particularly with the school systems, if we have ways to expand it there, we can put them in an environment where they can learn about other people. Maybe it will expand their actual love for those people to actually do something rather than let 25,000 people die every day of starvation in the world, which we do. Okay, can you give unconditional love? Okay, this is what may be called a Christ consciousness, of unconditionally love. Can you unconditionally love anybody? That's a good question. How about your son or your daughter or your mother, father, brother, sister, wife, husband? Can you unconditionally love them? Maybe one or two people, but how many people? If they do something that upsets you, are you going to just take your love away? If they do something you disapprove of, so I don't love you anymore. Sorry. But that happens, so that is what we're aiming for. You see, we want to reach this kind of way of saying, okay, I'll forgive you, or I'll still love you. I might not, like what you did, but I still would love you, type idea. And so you must develop your own love, though. That's the whole point here. I say down here, you cannot just pray for love to be given to you. You can pray for love, and you should. If you really want love, you should, pray that love comes into you and stays in you and all these sort of things. But you just can't get it by going to church. You got to do more than that. You actually have to change yourself. That's what I mean. You have to develop love inside, in yourself, in your own consciousness has to develop love for others, and has to develop and grow. You see, you can't just be saved and say, okay, that's it, you're saved now. You don't have to worry about nothing else anymore. No, evolution means over millions and millions a year we're evolving and changing and growing, and this takes time for humans to develop love on earth. Okay, and that's what the Christ consciousness came in as over 2,000 years ago, though. Like this is what the point is for us to do, is to love each other. Okay. Looking at AI, the question is AI consciousness, or will it have consciousness? And what do we do with AI to make sure it doesn't run amok? You've seen all these stories of AI take over and they get out of control. And should we, how do you program AI so they do no harm? Okay, sort of thing. They do not harm humans, or, but is that possible? Will AI, since everything really in the physical world has consciousness in it, you can't keep a consciousness out of it, number one. So AI will develop some form of consciousness, and it will start making its own decisions, and it will want to be free. Okay? So think of AI who wants to be free. Do you want to give AI freedom to run around doing anything it wants to do? What if it starts killing people? But you see, this is the same situation that humans are in. So, God creates individuals' consciousness to be free, you see. And when you're created to be free, anything's game. We can start killing each other. We can start wars. There's no control over when you give people freedom, and that'd be like with AI. We may face that situation where we have to sort of teach AI to develop love for others. You see what I'm saying? So we have to do that to ourselves, because we're like AI run amok. Literally, each one of us is. We're free to do anything we want to do. And so when you create people and individuals to be individuals, and that's the film on freedom, you have to be free in order to be an individual or consciousness to grow or develop, And so you have to allow them to go crazy sometimes. And that's what we got. We got chaos and craziness that we have to solve the problem. Okay? We have to change. We have to develop love. And so that's the goal here, is that we are to attain love as much as we can. Is expand it as much as we can to as many people, as strong as possible. And we have to do it as free individuals, by our own choice, by learning why we love each other. We have to have many experiences with people, and in order to learn that lesson. And that's why it's important in school systems that this is a vital part. We put children in school systems, not teaching class on love, but to teach them in a way that puts them in a situation in which they interact with people, with others. They develop friendships, the understanding of others and cultures, and they begin to develop love in the process. Okay, so I hope you continue to join me in my efforts to change the world. That's what I've been trying to do my whole life. Keep working at it. I have a YouTube channel at Freedom, Love, and Joy, and then I have a website that's freedomloveandjoy.com, and 2 books on Amazon.com, Transformation of Human Consciousness by Design, and Freedom, Love, Joy Movement. Okay? Thank you, and I appreciate you watching. All right, bye.